What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. In today's video, we're taking a look at a pseudo-legend run in the Halloween Cup from trainer Joe Watts1113, friend of the channel. You guys have seen him on the channel a few times, running Guzzlord double water poison in the Halloween Cup, able to climb over 3,000 ELO with this team. Let's take a look at the battles and check out just how he handles this line here. We're going to have the first battle with a really nasty lead. Instant switch here, so we have two better answers in the back. The opponent swaps in a Toxapex, and here's the nasty thing about the Tentacruel safe swap. Acid Spray lets you go through so many things. You just chew through everything. And here we go. Acid Spray coming on in, baby. We're going to watch him go with the Acid Spray. The opponent shields up the Acid Spray. Oh, my soul hurts for the opponent here, knowing that they just shielded a resisted Acid Spray, dude. That is just some of the most painful... That is just some of the most painful thing I could have ever possibly seen. Going for the Scald, opponent giving up their final shield as well. Unfortunately, though, I don't think that the Tentacruel is going to be able to get to a move before this Mud Bomb comes through. We're going to have to see if the Mud Bomb's enough to KO, and if it's not... It is not. That's huge. Getting to the Scald here. Going to be able to take out this Toxapex and get switch advantage. Locking on the Toxapex in the back to the Azumarill is massive. Opponent is going to immediately top left. He immediately said, nah, dude, I lost switch. I'm done. Whatever I got in the bag is going to get boned by this Guzzlord. Oh, that's great. Opponent has a Runerigus in the lead the next game, and they swap in a Charge-a-Bug. Guzzlord is able to get to a Dragon Claw here before the opponent goes for their charge move. Did they? I didn't see Volt Switch. Is that a Volt Switch Charge-a-Bug? It has to be, right? Okay, so it's a CMP, shielding up a super effective Scizor. And, y'all, I mean, the Guzzlord IVs, you get what you get, right? Like, that's a Spark Toxapex. That's what I thought. I'm like, dude, that didn't look like Volt Switch to me. But going for the... Opponent goes for the call here, getting the discharge onto Toxapex. But Guzzlord, I mean, at some point you have to get out because you do have to keep the Guzzlord healthy to deal with the Runerigus. Runerigus has a very strong matchup against the water poisons. Despite that water typing, because it can double resist the poison damage from the poison jabs due to its ground and ghost typing, it makes it a very good matchup here because it outpaces to Shadow Ball, and Sand Tomb does add up after a while. So Guzzlord's going to come in, the Escavalier is going to swap in to counter the counter the Guzzlord rather. But this is also just like last time we saw with the Toxapex, the drill run here from the Escav is going to do super effective damage, and this is going to be very, very telling on how much damage this does. But we're not going to look to find out. Drill run is not going to be enough. Going for a very risky bait here with the Acid Spray. If the opponent shields this, it would absolutely... Oh my god, they shield it. Bro, I could never get somebody to shield an Acid Spray. If I throw Acid Spray, they no shield it 11 times out of 10. No cap, guaranteed. Going for the Scald, taking it out, and that's worthy of a button.
Boom!
And the opponent top left's good game. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, well, this is a very RPS level team, but the thing is that while it is an RPS team, and when I say RPS, it's rock, paper, scissors. It's very alignment dependent. And it looks like I forgot to cut out one of the Q times. Go me. Anyway, Guzzlord is obviously very strong into things in this meta. As you've seen on the channel, it's been on here at least once or twice. And Tentacruel and Toxapex, I mean, Tentacruel is very good at getting switch. Opponent apparently decided they don't want to play the game today. That's all right. We take those. We take free wins. All right, Golurk in the lead. This is a good lead for Guzzlord. Guzzlord really thrives on seeing not fairies in the lead, but the opponent's staying in here. They get outpaced, and they get heavily outdamaged here. So they're going to be forced to shield before even getting to a charge move, and their first move, I believe, is just going to be a Shadow Punch. But you have to stay in here because those Shadow Mud Slaps would rip through the poison typing of both Tentacruel and Toxapex. But as we were saying earlier, though, Tentacruel on the safe swap, having that ability to go for those Acid Spray farm downs is huge. And making a really interesting call here, deciding to bank 2 Dragon Claws on the Guzzlord, and then we're going to come up with the Toxapex and absorb the energy from the Toxapex. And we are now in the Halloween Cup equivalent of a Bastiodon mirror. Grab your popcorn and sit back and relax, because we'll be here for the next 3 weeks as this matchup concludes. Sludge Wave after Sludge Wave after Sludge Wave after Sludge Wave. And look! It's throwing another Sludge Wave, trainers! How exciting! Look at this. Like, I'd rather be watching paint dry. I actually don't have any paint here, but if I did have some, I think I would put it on the wall right now to watch it dry. But getting switch advantage here is very nice, and giving that, giving the Golurk as little farm as possible. But the opponent decides to pivot immediately into the Golurk rather than letting them get farmed down here, and that's giving up switch advantage. Whatever the opponent has in the back, it's an Azu. That's it. We're done. I was gonna say whatever's in the back. Whatever's in the back, if it's weak to Tentacruel, that's it. We got a Runerigus in the lead, so any ghost lead really is good for a Guzzlord here. Opponent comes into a Toxapex immediately. One of the really strong ways to win a Toxapex mirror is chip it. And the reason why is because they get to the moves at the exact same time, and they do so little damage with the charge moves. Do you see the difference in HP? If you can deliver the same amount of HP difference, right? If you can deliver the same amount of damage or more as a Sludge Wave would do, and get into your own Toxapex, you can guarantee switch advantage in this way. That's a very important thing in a meta like this where Toxapex is on so many teams. If you can, once again, I'll repeat it, right? Because this is such a long matchup, I'll have plenty of time. If you can do, like with Guzzlord, we did enough Dragon Tail damage in order to get a chunk of HP missing from the Toxapex. If you can get ahead on HP like that, such that you can still survive the Sludge Waves that come your way, then you can win Switch. That's basically the guarantee to winning Switch in the Toxapex mirror. And again, we're leaving with little HP left so that whatever comes in does not get much of a farm. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get to that brine, but the opponent, oh, they have a Binky in the back. Trainer, you're going to have a bad time, aren't you? Now, unfortunately, the Guzzlord staying in to get that one Dragon Tail off because they were stuck in the animation when the opponent swapped out. That allowed them to get ahead by 2, which meant they could get to that Rock Slide before the Tentacruel could get to a charge move. But opponent no-shielding that, perhaps expecting it to be an Acid Spray, and a Discord notification from my Discord, which you can join. Become a member of the YouTube channel or join the Patreon. Either way, you'll get access to my exclusive Discord, which has tons of tips, trainers that are looking to get better and doing much the same as all of us. And honestly, great place to grow as a battler and get better. There's a community there willing to help everybody, and I'm always there to answer any questions, any ping. Honestly, I'm a ping fiend. If you ping me, I will answer. It's terrible, but it's like an OCD thing. But yeah, it's a great place to be. It's honestly, I've been in quite a few of the Discord communities in this game. I would hazard to say it's the best one. Going for a no-shield here, potentially letting Tentacruel finish his game off. I like that idea. Sand Tomb, not going to be enough. And resisting the Shadow Claws means that Guzzlord gets to the Dragon Claw. Is this enough to KO the Runerigus? Yep, it's enough. And all Binky has to do here is eat this Scald, and that's going to be a good game. We like dicking on Binky here. Well played. Good game. There it is. And getting into the next game here, we're going to have Guzzlord on the lead versus a Wigglytuff. Oh! Same thing as a Azumarill, though. You just have 2 better answers in the back. So you immediately pivot into the Tentacruel and try to get switch advantage. And the opponent comes in with his Zweilous. And you can do exactly that. Now, it's hard to say if you're supposed to go for the Acid Spray here or the Scald. You Scald, I don't know why the opponent would shield that. They don't even, like, you don't even get to a move of any note until like 9 or 10 poison jabs when you would get to a Sludge Wave. The opponent shielding there was actually horrible for them. But they also got the attack drop, which also kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of sucks. Going for the Acid Spray, maybe hoping to get a second shield. The opponent knowing that they need switch advantage here, but I don't think they're going to be able to get to the Body Slam in time, as Tentacruel is going to be able to let loose one last Acid Spray, taking out this Zweilous and getting switch advantage. The opponent is not... Oh my god, they came back in with the... Oh my god, they came back in with the Wiggly dude. Oh, they're going to be so sad when they see the Toxapex. Yep, they're so sad they top lefted. Good game. But this is what makes the Tentacruel... Oh, I forgot to cut it out, dude. Forgive me. This was like 2 or 3 sets worth of battles that I had to prune through for this one. But as we can see, the trainer's at 2938 elo now, looking to rock and roar up to 3,000 in these games here. We're going to see a Guzzlord on the lead in the next game here into a Mawile. Oh, God. well, at least the water typing kind of walls the Mawile, and they're running Fairy Wind. So you come in here, you're resisting all of the damage from this Mawile, catching... No, they didn't go for the energy right away, but they still... Catch a Brine. You're going to catch a Brine on your fire type? That's a real... That's not wise, trainer. So being able to go for 2 Brines before the opponent is able to get to a single charge move, you're going to force a shield, potentially. And the opponent does shield here. They're in a very awkward spot. They clearly do not have a good answer in the back, or on the lead for that matter, for a poison water type like Toxapex. And I feel like in a meta like this, it's definitely a mistake not having a good answer for that, right? Like, Alolan Marowak, sure, not horrible because it does resist the poison damage. Maybe in the 2 shields with the Bone Clubs and Shadow Bones, maybe it has play. But overall, I know that that's a losing matchup for the Alolan Marowak, and all they've unfortunately done here is, yeah, they don't have a single answer in the back for this typing combination. The fast moves are all resisted across the team, and most of the charge moves take way too long to get. So Toxapex is just sitting here ripping through half of this team all by itself. Opponent trying to go for a full farm down to the Toxapex here and hoping that that gives them the opportunity to win this game. But it doesn't really look like it's going to amount to much because I have a feeling that as soon as they see the Tentacruel in the back, you don't even have to shield this, dude. Avalanche almost one-shots the Guzzlord. They come in with the Mawile. Tentacruel's going to pop in. I have a very strong feeling this opponent's about the top left. I would too, because you can't be building... It's just... Ugh. Good game. The team builder in me says you can't build a team that weak to those Pokemon. And here, this respect, baby. Absolute respect. This person is Giga Chad, worthy of the Giga Chad title, but they hold on to their energy too. They're going to throw the Shadow Ball here. Oh, this person is... This is my kind of trainer. Yes, it is. Shadow Ball hits the Toxapex, and the opponent staying in, getting one more Incinerate because they know they can, and then the Toxapex comes in. And this opponent's Toxapex, however, is going to have to go for... I mean, they're going to be... This opponent's Toxapex gets to win switch here. Doing the exact same thing that we mentioned earlier. They did enough damage to outpace Joe Watts' Toxapex here, so you're going to be able to win switch, unfortunately. Going for the double Brine, I think we may be looking to pivot out and save the Toxapex, potentially. Yep, there's the place, there's the swap. Going for the crunch here, looking for a potential defense drop, and Sludge Wave will hurt, but it's not going to do... Getting the defense drop is huge. Opponent had no energy to speak of, so they are going to get farmed down, and in comes the Skeledirge, and even though Skeledirge does have the double super effective disarming voice, they're at about 1.5 right now. And giving Guzzlord a free Dragon Tail to get this move off, they are still going to need one more Incinerate to get there. They get there now. Second shield pops out. Skeledirge will get farmed down here, or we're going to see the third Pokemon on the team, which is a Vic. Oh, yeah. No, I have lost respect for this trainer, as I have done this myself. By running Shadow Victory Bell, they deserve to concede. And as somebody who has gone off the brink of sanity and played Shadow Vic and Carbink in this meta already, I can absolutely say that because I've done it. And I deserve every bad thing that came my way when I did it. Now, this opponent comes in with a Forretress, very awesome spice pick that I really like in this meta. And this is an absolute core breaker. Bug Bite's going to rip apart the Guzzlord. And now the Tentacruel and the Toxapex are both having a bad time because of the poison typing, double resisting those poison jabs. Scald is the only move that's going to do any damage here. And it's already been debuffed. The opponent goes for a shield, but also gets the attack drop. Perhaps they're going to go for the Earthquake. Typically, I see them running Mirror Shot and either Rock Tomb, Sand Tomb, or Earthquake. Opponent going for the Rock Tombs here. Rock Tomb, not that great of a move, but it's doing its job here in any case. Getting these attack drops is kind of nice for the Forretress because the Scalds are not going to be enough, but the opponent will not be able to rest switch out of here because they're not running Earthquake. So the Scald's going to come through. This will take out the Forretress. Golbat's going to come back in, but there's really not an answer on this team for a Golbat. So you got to go for the Scald here and hope for the damage to be meaningful. And the opponent just farms you all the way down. They'll throw the Shadow Ball here. If they throw the Poison Fang, it's not going to be enough. They go for the Shadow Ball. This makes sense. They still have some energy left. Will go for a Poison Fang here because the Shadow Ball is resisted. But the Poison Fang does add up, and then in comes Stinky Binky. And I don't know if Binky loses the zeros or not here. We're going to find out. But one of those matchups that's just going to take a while. So I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday, as I believe I am recording this on Sunday, but dropping it on Tuesday. So hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. Hope you had enjoyed the stream last night if you were there. And if you weren't there, keep in mind, I stream 3 times a week for Go Battle League, Monday, Friday, and Saturday, shown down here on the schedule that just conveniently popped in. And I also play variety games on Wednesday evenings, so come on and check it out if you haven't already. Going to see the Toxapex going to be able to farm down here. It does win, and then Golbat is going to meet its demise to the Guzzlord as a very nice, timely swap by Joe Watts, bringing in his Guzzlord to take out the Golbat, and going to even be able to farm down the Stinky Binky. That's a well-played, good game. Into the next battle here, we've got a Scizor on the lead. I think you just have to swap here. No, staying in with the Guzzlord, looking to potentially get some early damage in. Opponent swaps in an Azumarill, and they are about to be miserable. Oh, no. Trainer, what have you done? Oh, my heart goes out for this trainer as the travesty they are about to experience. They are about to be fully farmed down by this Toxic. No! Joe Watts saying, I have mercy on this trainer. I'll go for the Sludge Wave and then farm down. Not quite coming out with full 100 energy like you could have if you'd gone for the full farm down. But Toxapex in that bulk is still going to be annoying to take care of for Shadow Scizor, because Shadow Scizor's bullet punches are all resisted. Now, I don't know if there was a fast move. The opponent had 1 turn delay on bringing in their Scizor here. I think they did, because I definitely did not see a bullet punch come through. But at this point, it doesn't matter. You resist everything but the Night Slash. You just let it go. Opponent has to go for 2 Night Slashes in order to KO. Get into the brine almost, but the opponent cuts him off with another Night Slash. Maybe they get the boost. Doesn't matter. They have no HP left to use on it, and they have a Binky in the back. Why am I not surprised? And this Binky is going to top left. Good game. That's it. Bye. Something about watching people playing Vic and carbing top left because they know they've lost is just something that's so funny to me. Opponent coming in with this Toxapex here, looking to do the same thing as before. Consistency is key, something that I teach my students on Metafy, and if I haven't already spoken of it in this video, I'm just going to shove it in there real quick because we're once again in a matchup that's going to take us all week. Move timing and being able to just kind of, you know, do things consistently. 2 of the strongest things that you can do as a trainer. Consistency, right, is going to be that thing where you do the same thing over and over again if it works, right? Clearly, Joe Watts' way of dealing with a Toxapex safe swap has worked for him several times so far. So he continues to do the same thing, and it continues to yield success, which is consistency, right? So in this particular case, we're changing up the formula a little bit, it looks like, though. Maybe trying to go for a brine and farm down. Not sure if I like it, but no, getting the shield here is huge. This is going to force another shield off of this trainer, potentially. And we're going to see the Golurk come in, but going for the Dragon Claw here real quick on this Guzzlord. Now that both shields are gone, even if the Guzzlord comes in, or even if the... it does... Oh, no. Oh, no, dude. You've been switch-locked. You've been hit by a smooth criminal Binky. That was bad. I know it was bad. Don't at me. All right, that was bad. But anyway, if you're interested in coaching, again, check out Metafy in the description and the pinned comment. Oh, I'm going to go for it, that one. Anyway. Oh, this poor Guzzlord, dude. Oh, no. Binky strikes again. Opponent comes in with the Golurk. This is looking bad. Gonna go for the Scald here before the opponent can get to a charge move. Is this going to be enough? I got my button ready if it is, by God.
Boom!
We one-shot it! 2 shields. This is doable. We go for the Scald into the Bink. Oh, that one shot was beautiful. Oh, yes. And trainers, this is exactly why I think that Venusaur is good in this meta. I just have not yet made it work because I don't have a Shadow Venusaur with which to try it with. Hopefully I get one soon. I have a couple of good candidates, but it's like, they're not great, right? Taking it out, dude. Beautiful gameplay. Well done. Good game. Oh, that was beautiful. That was the best game so far. No other game came close. One shot, and then we take out Binky. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. So we get a Charge Bug lead again. That one's not running Spark too, is it? These people are crazy. Okay, no, that one's definitely got the Volt Switch. Catching Scizor on the Toxapex like a Gigachaticus. Gonna be able to stay in, get some poison jabs here. The opponent wanting to throw that discharge to get the chip damage off, but at this point, the switch clocks are misaligned, and they're not swapping out, which is very telling that they may very well have something in the back that is weak to Toxapex. Joe Watts going for a Brine on awful timing, unfortunately, and the opponent comes in with... Oh! They have Jellicent in the back. Now, if I were on the other side, if I was the opponent, right, I would have come in with a Jellicent immediately because it would have conserved that Charge-a-Bug, and Jellicent completely and utterly walls Toxapex. Would not have been a problem to be able to come into that matchup and take advantage. But now the Guzzlord gets to go, and unless this person is running Surf Ice Beam, and I have been hit by an Ice Beam in this meta, so I don't put it past people anymore. Oh, here we go. Scizor into Tentacruel. So here's the thing, though, right? Scizor outpaces this Tentacruel so badly. What we have to bank on, I think the win condition here, is going to definitely be, you know, well, you go for the Acid Spray because it's an easy shield, right? But you go for the Acid Spray, but you're looking to maybe save the shield for Guzzlord afterwards to be able to sweep the team with that Dragon Tail damage. And I definitely think that's what Joe Watts is going for here. Maybe looking for a move. Nope, not going to be able to get there. Those, dude, those, damn. Are they boosted? Did they get a boost and I didn't notice? Holy heck, those do a lot of damage. Never mind. We don't need shields here, folks. Good game. Oh, that was the last one. Sorry, that was a 4-1. Getting over 3,000 elo to hit Legend once again in the second time in the season. Just like what, kind of like how I do. Like, we tank afterwards because we don't want to deal with the Q times. You take that for what you will. Trainer, he's going for his Guzzlord IVs. Bro, 12, 9, 8 on the Guzzlord. Tentacruel is we got 0, 9, 11 for the Toxapex, and Tentacruel is going to be 0, 11, 12. I know some trainers definitely appreciate the IVs. I only get them if they're shared with me. This trainer, thankfully, he did share the IVs with me. So, but as you can see, the Guzzlord's not the best. Tentacruel and Toxapex are pretty good though. But trainers, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. We've been gaining a lot of traction on this channel lately, and I just want you to know whether you're subscribed, whether you're in the Patreon or the YouTube channel. All of you, I appreciate everything that you guys have given us for support. This channel is growing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, shame on you. You should, even though I appreciate you watching regardless. But hit the subscribe button, and you will get dosed in on all the videos that I'm going to do in all the live streams. And we'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.